Goeiemôre oom, ek laat weet net ek wag nou nog vir Marno by die volgende punt. So dis op 53 kilos, dis 18 kilos aan van die vorige punt. En hy was nou omtrent so 2,5 tot 3 ure besig met die laaste stukkie. Marno het so 10 oor 2 hier aangekom, maar hy voel baie siek. Dink hy sê in die laaste 18 kilometer het hulle basies geen skadu gehad nie. So hy's baie gedehidreer.
After finishing Karkloof Canyon, I had 13 weeks until my first 50-mile race, the Karkloof 50. I spent the first 2 weeks recovering, which would leave 9 weeks for training and 2 weeks for tapering. But on the second day of training, I got a tick bite. The tick took my blood and gave me a parasite in exchange. Now, I'm no business mogul, but even I know that's a bad trade deal. What followed was 7 weeks of repeated lapses into tick bite fever and ineffective treatments. I had planned to run over 700 kilometers in that time. I ran a total of 30. When I finally recovered, I had lost weight, fitness and conditioning. With only 2 weeks left to train, I pushed too hard and injured my TFL. Also, not everything had fully healed yet. I still had digestive problems, and many of my runs ended early because I was prone to heat exhaustion. I genuinely did not know whether I would be able to finish the race under the 18-hour cutoff. At best, I would crawl over the finish line an absolute wreck. At worst, I would DNF in the back of an ambulance. I'd spent a lot of money on the race entry and preparation, but would need to spend even more if I decided to continue. And while the possibility of success despite everything was a heady motivator, I also didn't want to suffer the very likely humiliation of failure. In short, I didn't know which decision I would regret more, trying and failing or not trying at all. Either choice felt selfish and prideful. During a Sunday evening church service, we sang an old hymn I know from childhood. You'll hear it later in the video, but for now I'll quote just 2 lines. Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. And take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. While singing these words, I had a strong emotional response and awoke to a new possibility. I was convinced I could do this race as an act of worship, no matter the outcome. So that settled it.
maar nou het so 1:10 hier aangekom, maar hy voel baie siek. Dink hy sê hy het in die laaste 18 kilometer het hulle basies geen skadu gehad nie. So hy's baie gedehidreer.
Clifford has restored me to health. I was suffering from some pretty severe heat stroke when I got to this aid station, but I feel like I'm starting to surface again, so I'm going to push on one more stretch until the aid station where Clifford can join me as my pacer.
Take my life and let it be consecrated, Lord, to Thee. Take my moments and my days, let them flow in endless praise. Let them flow in endless praise. Let them flow in endless praise. Take my hands and let them move at the impulse of Thy love. Take my feet and let them be swift and beautiful for Thee. Swift and beautiful for Thee. Swift and beautiful for Thee. Take my voice and let me sing, always only for my King. Take my lips and let them be filled with messages from Thee. Filled with messages from Thee. Filled with messages from